I'm zooming on some people returning from Grizzly Peak. There are more people on the slopes. I'll try to zoom in on a couple other people now heading up. It's very hard to zoom because the light is not helping much, so I'll try to locate them. Anyway, I'm not quite sure. I have a very small screen. Even more people are visible going up. Mount Lawson. And I believe the other one, the higher one on the right, is Inflexible. Yeah, where I am located on the slopes towards Little Pakenham, P-A-K-E and so on. Kanaski's Lakes visible. And the highest peak is Mount Joffre. Can you believe I've been on its summit? It looks so far away. The highest one with snow cover and the liner rock 2/3 up. That's Mount Joffre. And now I will try to locate people descending from the col of Grizzly Peak. I have no idea how far they came down from. They were visible up on a ridge. Yeah, I see some people anyway, but much lower. Big crowd on Grizzly Peak today. There were lots of cars on the side of the road. I parked on the opposite side and I walked an extra kilometer. I don't want to deal with the clutter of cars. Yeah. So Grizzly Peak is that on. I'm not gonna bother zooming on people anymore. I will see them later on, hopefully with a better zoom. I can definitely see people this time on King Ridge. They are so far. Mount Joffre, 11,000er. Kanaskis Lakes, Highway 40, Little Lawson, Mount Lawson, Mount Inflexible, behind is Grizzly Ridge, Grizzly Peak. I'm not far from my today's highest point, less than 100 meters vertical, but I wanted to film something unusual. I see people on two different summits from this location. This is from Grizzly Peak. I'm on Little Pakenham, and I'm gonna zoom now on King Creek Ridge summit. How about that? Imagine how crowded is here today in Kanaskis. If you can see, in three adjacent peaks, including the one I'm heading to be people, you know. How about that? Yeah, heading now for my summit. Hopefully we'll get there in 15 minutes or less. I arrived at the summit of Little Pakenham. I'm zooming now on some people again. They are on the summit of Grizzly Peak. I wish I had brought my tripod today instead of crampons and mountaineering boots. I didn't know that. I'll show you in a bit. This trip perhaps ends here because it's a big downhill from here. It's Mount Ivan Thomas. It's west side, and the gully where I plan to ascend, but I'm gonna come back to it. Mt Pakenham, 3000 meters. It's an alpine climb, and I'm going to zoom on a big group of sheep. Oh, I wish the sun wouldn't be in my eyes. It's so hard to see. I'll have to find a... Let me see here. Do I see those sheep? Oh man, where are they? I'll come back. First I wanna do some more of the panorama here. And that's where I filmed somebody on King Creek Ridge summit. Oh yeah, so that means Mount Hood must be over there. See a little creek from the snow melt. some leftover snow from this long winter we had. Today is June 1st, and yesterday most of the province Alberta here was covered in thick smoke from northern Alberta wildfires. So many people today are hiking. Can't blame them, you know. Yesterday you couldn't even leave your house, or if you work you have to stay inside the building, because it was such a 10 plus on a scale of dangerous smoke hazard for health in Calgary. So now a lot of people are benefiting from a much better improved air. Yeah, meanwhile I was still filming on groups of hikers, and Highway 40 visible. There is still a ton of snow on some peaks. I shall conclude so it's kind of short. I decided to come down from that Little Pakenham, and I decided where I should explore more. Maybe I should go higher, traverse, and have a better look at the gully up Mt Thomas. This is called a shooting star. I try to film a variety of small birds today. However, they are so impatient. As soon as I grab my camera, they fly away. They do this all the time. Sometimes they are too far, I can't zoom on them very well. Or they sit on top of a rock. So yeah, I decided, so see this bird. I decided from that Little Pakenham to come to here to Middle Pakenham, another amazing spot, even improved views. Mt Pakenham, alpine climb. It's a very good close-up of the mountain. And I'm also closer to Mt Thomas. Mount Mt Thomas and West Gully. But I'm not sure if that's actually gully. I don't think that's a gully, because I will still have to climb. No, it's probably further. It would be good if I can traverse and have a better look from there. And then when I go back, I just return along and later merge with Grizzly Peak trail back to the street. It's going to actually be saving me the walk along the road for about a kilometer. The way I approach, I had to come further west, further south actually. And if I go back via Grizzly Ridge Trail, I'm going to save me that distance. Basically, I'm gonna end up there instead of behind this hill here. So I reached the end of my ascent towards Mount, what's it called, not Pots, anyway, nice waterfall. From here on in, I don't know which way is the traverse to get towards Mt Pakenham. Exactly. Just go get a very good visual on it. Probably to the right, looks like it's the route. Those gullies. Or maybe the approach is done from the valley there, I don't know. I'll have to do research. But it's definitely an alpine climb. So it's a different ball game than just scrambling. A lot of snow on this face. And I will simply now traverse and go up a bit to see if I can get closer to have a better view towards Mount Ivan to study the southwest route, and then go home, like I previously said, via Grizzly Peak approach. Plenty of fresh water on a trip like this, so I don't get dehydrated, you know. Although I bring my own drinks, it's always nice to have extra water, that's for sure. I arrived at my final point of the day, a very good close-up towards the west face of Mount Ivan Thomas in Karnaskis. I'm trying to find the gully that Andrew Nugara is describing it in his second volume of More Scrambles in the Canadian Rockies. So it looks like, well, it's very hard to point from this camera because my screen is very small. Maybe where is the snow looks like an access. I don't think that's, no, can't be this one here. So at least it's good I came to do this research, because that's not the correct gully when I previously thought. Yeah, definitely. But still, doesn't make sense why someone said it's an obvious wide gully. I don't see any obvious gully there that's wide. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, that'll be the approach, and that is the approach via Kane route from Grizzly Col. That's Grizzly Peak. Basically, you gotta get to that col, and I've been all the way to one high point there, but to continue I wasn't prepared. It was too windy and too exposed. I got the video. Let me close it for now. Again, looking at the west face of Ivan Thomas. This is a recon trip. I'm going to do a 360. I already have enough footage of the face. That's the approach trail. Looks like there is a tiny pond from the melting snow. It created a little pond down below. Yeah, I will have to return down and then go to the right. I don't want to go back to the way I came from there and then down. Probably be easier if I just merge. Well, to merge actually to merge the Grizzly Peak trail, I have to go up once I get down in the valley, so it's not really that far. By the way, that's Karnaskis, sorry, Spray Lakes Reservoir. The Karnaskis lakes are further. They are both visible, I believe, now. Finishing up the loop. Yeah, so there are still people. I think there was a lamb or something. I can't really see. It's too far. It will show on my computer. There are still people descending. Let me try to zoom on them. Very, very hard because the sun is in my face. Should be somewhere on the trail. So now the big question is, I can go down here and then go back up to join them on a trail, or I can simply follow down along the creek. Hopefully I don't get blocked, but it looks okay. I mean, even if I get blocked on one side, I'll just go on the opposite side. I'm not sure. It's kind of risky because it's gonna be a long way to gain the trail, and who knows, I have to backtrack also. In any case, I'll decide when I get down there. I descended on that snow slope, snow gully, from somewhere up there on the left. And today I was up there first. So I shall continue now. Another few sheep. They already went behind the cliff there. See, that's Ivan Thomas on the left. Yeah, I decided to come up this very steep hill from the creek down below. Let me show you my tracks in the snow there. It's my descent route. All the way somewhere around there where I was looking and filming Mount Ivan Thomas. And I went. That was my original route, but you know, I guess I could have continued downstream, but you never know. Maybe, like I said before, it's a canyon, or deep water, or but it's quite deep, the creek. Or other problems, some cliffs on either side, and I will be blocked. Not fun. So yes, it might be the last or one of the last cliffs. Thanks for watching, guys.